All right, thanks, Michelle. In other news this noontime, lawmakers on Smith Hill are set to start an hours-long debate on a more than $8 billion budget for the upcoming fiscal year, which begins next week. It is our top local story this noontime. Eyewitness News reporter Sean Daly caught up with the governor earlier today. He's live now with the latest details from the mobile newsroom. Sean?
Danielle, if it's late June in Rhode Island, it's budget crunch time here at the State House. A marathon legislative session is set to begin this afternoon and roll on deep into the night. Facing a $30 million shortfall in an $8.2 billion budget for the smallest state, lawmakers now must come up with a way to close that shortfall, while at the same time possibly starting to pay back some of the $100 million in debt left behind by Curt Schilling's failed video game company. This morning we caught up with Governor Lincoln Chafee, along with one of his likely opponents next year, General Treasurer Gina Raimondo, both of whom support the idea of making good on the loan, starting with a $2.5 million payment this year.
That's what we want, the message we want to send to investors about Rhode Island. There's a bedrock of foundation of living up to our commitments in this state. That'll grow our economy in the future. I'm very confident of that.
It was a bad deal for Rhode Island, and we can never do a deal like that again. But I do think the right thing to do now is to repay the loan, to make good on our debt, so we can move on from it.
Lawmakers also may provide some public financing to put apartments in the so-called Superman building in downtown Providence, while at the same time possibly cutting aid to cities and towns and health care coverage for poor people. Are you okay with these cuts to Rite Aid and cuts to cities and towns?
These are tough decisions that are being made right now.
What would Governor Raimondo do about this $30 million shortfall?
I think what needs to be done is a review of all of our expenses and all of our revenue, and a plan for structural changes that allow us to get our costs in line and also to invest in the future.
Now, this is but a brief glimpse into the various elements in play here at the State House as this year's legislative session comes to an end. We will be here watching, and we'll have the very latest starting on Eyewitness News live at 5. Live at the State House with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.